Majtani. Majtani. This guy, a blue guy, who looks like a fucking, Frankenstein almost. I think he killed people. This guy did. You know, he ended up going against. Damn, who did he fucking go against? Because he didn't go against Leorio. Leorio came out, and after the other person went, I think it was Tompo. Was it Tompo? Or was it Kurapika? Damn, I don't even remember. But his body was still left there. You know, he wasn't dead or anything, but he was playing dead. They were like, you have to play dead. You know, for them to win. Because he was betting with this girl, right? I want to bet. And this was Leorio doing that. He was like, I want to bet that Majtani is dead. You know, because I think he's alive. And she's like, nah, he's dead. And if you want to prove it, Majtani, you can throw his ass off of the, side. She said that, she was like, go right ahead, he's dead for sure. So if he drops to, die, then, but if he wants to stay alive, he won't fall to his death. Majtani was like, damn, this is not supposed to happen. My life is on the line. This is ridiculous. He ended up coming to his senses or whatever and stopped playing dead. And he was like, oh my God, this bitch was trying to get me killed. I'm not actually dead. Hey. And he went back to his jail cell. This guy was not that powerful. More powerful than the other guy, Seto Kondo, I'll say that. But Majtani, right? His strength is 82, with his speed at 82. 83 for his durability, 81 for his endurance, and 82 for his intelligence, 85 for his experience, and 83 for his close skills, 80 for his range skills, and 80 for his recoup, 81 for his hacks, and 81.9 for his overall power score. For Majtani, he's not somebody that ever showed up again. He just went back to the jail cell and lived out his sentence, whatever it was. I think they all had like life sentences, or like 100 years or some shit like that. They've done fucked up shit, like kill people and shit like that. But yeah, that was Majtani, the blue guy. But be cool, calm corner.